Hey, how's it going? Good to hear from you guys. I'm just messing around. Unplugged, quiet right now at the house. But I can still practice quietly. Hey. Kind of just give me a chance to practice a little bit. Can you play Hotel California? I'll probably learn it if I put some time into it, get it down. I have to watch another YouTube video of somebody playing it like properly. Study that a little bit. I saw somebody doing it recently. It was pretty cool. It was doing like the arpeggio part, like the harmonized part. And, it like went through the changes like that, but it was like one of the parts. It's a great song. My Morning Jacket. Oh, they were really cool. I don't really know their songs on guitar, but I had some help. I don't really know too many songs. I need to practice more. I'm a full-time dad, so I have a lot on my plate during the day, and it's just like I don't have much time to sit and practice and learn stuff. But proud to say I'm actually going to be doing a couple gigs coming up for the first time in a while out around Nashville at some like private parties and stuff with some couple bands. I'm going to do a thing with John Carter Cash coming up in at this art center, which will be fun later on this year. I am definitely probably gonna do another live stream. I think tomorrow morning at some point, probably maybe like 9 if I can, and turn it up a little bit. Hello, Scarlett. I don't know that one. I need a lot of homework to do. I'll learn some songs. I'm just gonna try to like get out of my box I've been stuck in for a long time, and it's like I just like to do a lot of like funky blues licks and stuff, and it's really fun. So the channel has been active now for 5 years, like 2 days ago. So it's kind of cool. We're almost up to like 28,000 subscribers, which is cool because some days you don't get any and you just lose subscribers, and it's really hard. It takes a long time. It's been a fun like journey for me as a side thing to be doing while I'm home. I like double stop with a bend stuck in it like a country. Half step bend where you hold one note and you bend up with the other. It's kind of a fun country thing. was messing around with this thing. It's like the 3rd fret and the 6th fret of each string. And so you can do, creates a cool bunch of notes if you combine all those. And it's kind of a fun exercise where it's just like, kind of repeats the pattern going up. That like diminished sound. You can do that with some like distortion and weird effects. That might be really fun. Doing finger style, sometimes it's like pick a note with your right hand and then pull off about 3 notes. Pick once, pull off 3. That's one way I can do some licks, and then hitting the next string with your thumb, so you kind of like answer to the going up and back down. And you kind of go back down the scale, the pentatonic open string kind of pull off thing around the 3rd fret. You can use one finger for a lot of that. Just down in the 1st position. Thank you. This is all wrong. Yes, I know. Everything is crazy. Nothing is right. Sometimes I just want to like play a guitar at night and just play like one chord and just hit it. And kind of let it like slow my mind down a little bit and like slow the feelings that we have about like how fast everything is nowadays. So it's good to be here with you guys. Got 32 people. Yay, that's awesome. Probably gonna do another live in the morning, I'm thinking, where I'm gonna turn it up, but I don't know, the volume is kind of weird on these live streams. It just cuts in and out from what I've noticed, and so it might be loud 1 second and then sound quiet. I don't know if it's just because I'm doing it through my phone, but oh well. Magic chord, A string, fret 7, D string, fret 6, G string, fret 8. Oh, nice. Major, okay, let's hear that. I'm gonna figure that out. String 6, A string, fret 7, D string, fret 6, G string, fret 8. Ooh, yeah, I like that. That is a magic chord. That's a E major 7. With a nice voicing though. Would you recommend most this one or the white one? Oh, this confetti, that's a good question. This one was more expensive. This was like 3,000. This is the Brian Setzer one, and it's a little bit like lighter feeling. Maybe it's the string gauge I'm using on the white one, but the white one was probably like $8.99 or something, and less expensive, but it looks really cool too. I think for the price, it was like a pretty good buy if you don't want to spend like 3,000. Like this one looks really pretty, and all the other ones I think do too, but so I would recommend either of them, but depends on how much you want to invest. Nirvana, oh yeah, love them. I got to record with Steve Albini back in 2004 in Chicago at Electrical Audio Studios. That's one of the coolest riffs I know of them that I love. They were great though. See, I'm 43 years old, so Nirvana came out and I was like 5th grade, 6th grade. So it was pretty awesome to be, and my older brother George was like he was like a freshman when I was a fifth grader, so he was listening to like Nevermind and all of it when it came out, and I got to hear a lot of cool music when I was like a grade schooler. It was fun. Smells Like Teen Spirit. Oh yeah, that one's great. What's the? I'm not exactly sure where that one is. I'll figure that one out. Get copyrighted for playing stuff sometimes. I didn't know the Brian Setzer. Yep, this is the Brian Setzer one. It's just a single cutaway. Yep. This is the G6120 THR, I guess, hot rod Brian Setzer signature in the candy blue burst. I think you can still get them on like guitarcenter.com or something like that. They're definitely for sale online. But yeah, I got this one in 22 and it was made in 19. And yeah, it was new still from like this Guitar Center in Georgia or something. So I just wanted one because they had one at the Cash Cabin where I used to work a lot, and I still do sometimes. There's a new song out by John Carter Cash. It's pretty cool called Snow on the Sand. And it's like, I played the acoustic guitar parts on it. So check it out. It's out everywhere now on John Carter Cash. Johnny and June's son. He does some cool mellow original music and stuff. But anyways, yeah, they had one of these at the Cash Cabin. So I fell in love with it. It's like, I want that guitar, so I ended up getting this. Play the song Injustice for All. James Bond chord. Oh, James Bond chord. Yeah, I need to learn that. That's a great chord, isn't it? I like weird chords like... That's a good one. One of the, like, I like the chord that's not like crazy to play, but it's F sharp with the open B and E string. I think of it as like the Jane's Addiction chord, the Porno for Pyros chord. Or like the Alice in Chains. That like 90s rock chord. The Jane's chord, yeah. I got to play a show with Perry. Got to be on stage with Perry at the same time. It was for the YouTube's Cash Fest in 2019 at the War Memorial Auditorium. And there's a bunch of people there. But yeah, Perry Farrell was there on stage. I got to sing the Carter Family song, Circle Being Broken, all with a bunch of people, and Perry was up there with me. It was pretty cool. I got a video of it somewhere, and him and his wife did Jackson, and they did Ring of Fire. It was totally bizarre. I was like, holy crap. Perry is standing right next to me, you know, and I didn't even really like bother him, which if I could go back, I would have totally gotten some pictures with him. But I got a video on being on stage with a bunch of people. John Oates from Hall & Oates was there too. It was like, whoa, there's Perry, there's Hall & Oates, there's Little Big Town, and Morgan Wallen, and some people like that. And what's his name? Randy Quaid's brother, the singer, Dennis Quaid, was there. Welcome. I can't see very well. I need to get some new glasses, guys. Just trying to learn to apply that roll technique to different notes and get out of the box and start to try to incorporate different patterns and not just do the same thing all the time. What genre? Oh, well, a lot of the stuff that I've done on the shorts has just been like funky blues licks, and they're just pretty straightforward, like kind of like Band of Gypsies style, like vibe to some of the grooves that I play on some of the licks, and they're really short, just like, 6, 7, 10 seconds or something. A lot of them. There's thousands of shorts on there, and I mean they're all kind of similar, but that's just kind of what I do. But I do like classical stuff sometimes, and can do different weird stuff sometimes too that I don't always do on the channel daily. But that's what's fun about the live stream. I can kind of just talk to you guys. And do I play rock? Yeah, for sure. Been playing for a long time, since like 1990s. So much different kinds of rock. Sometimes it's like what some rock is like real, you know. I like old school rock that's just classic stuff. It's just hard to beat, like I like rhythm parts like that, I'm like a boomer. Or like shuffles, country shuffles are fun. I always like stuff that goes. Nirvana, Pantera, and Korn. Those are 3 really amazing bands, for sure. Dimebag, man. What an amazing guitar player. I know that he was very influenced by like Eddie Van Halen, and I think everybody was. So cool to watch. But yeah, he was wicked awesome. Love Nirvana. Yes, I love Nirvana too. I remember where I was when I heard Kurt Cobain died. I was like sitting in the van outside of like the doctor's office or something in my hometown, just like by myself waiting for parents or something to come out, and heard it on the news. It was like, oh my gosh, love Nirvana. But yeah, I got to. Can you play Chris Cornell? Oh man, I love Chris Cornell. Did I tell you all my Chris Cornell story? I recorded with Chris Cornell on the first song that ever came out after he passed away, and I recorded it with him in 2016. At the Cash Cabin. And so he came out there and did a session. I wasn't there for the first session, and so I didn't get to meet him. But like 2 weeks later, John Carter Cash texted me and said, I need you to work on this Chris Cornell song that I'm producing. And I was like, heck yeah. When? Let me know. And so he sent me a email of Chris just playing the song by himself with just one guitar and singing it. And then he said, okay, so learn Chris's guitar part from this recording. Learn it as much as you can. Try to copy it, because we need to put that on the master track. And like, he was doing it at the first session, but then kind of stopped doing it. And they wanted to go through the entire track. So that's my job. So I said, okay, great. So I learned this part, and then I came in and overdubbed it like 2 weeks later. Nailed it. It was great. And it's called You Never Knew My Mind. Brighter in the Sky. Oh, yeah, that's a good one. But yeah, check out, it's Johnny Cash, Forever Words, the music. Chris Cornell, You Never Knew My Mind. So that's my Chris Cornell story. I'm the first thing you hear on this song. It goes. There's a lot of videos on YouTube of like how to play it or covers and stuff, but that's how that song goes, and it's got this like, no, I change, you change the way I feel, and he belts it out. But man, he wrote the music, and Johnny Cash wrote the words back in 1967. So all these different artists put Johnny's poetry to music, and so that was the one. But yeah, I'm a huge. That was like the best thing that ever happened in my career, working for John Carter Cash for a long time. It was like I got to record with Loretta Lynn one time, which was really neat too. But the Chris Cornell thing was great. But see, it like we tracked it and it sounded nice and everything was cool. And in 16, and then Chris passed away in 17, and then it did not get released until 18. So it comes out in 18. So, but yeah, it's on YouTube. It's pretty fun to know that I was part of it. It's my claim to fame, my 15 minutes. Yeah, and I didn't get to meet him. That's the thing. I didn't get to meet him except for I'm on his song. So it would have been cool to meet him. Kind of worked out though in a way because I had time to practice the part that they really wanted. That was kind of like on the spot. It was kind of hard to get it in that day in front of him for the different guys that were there, and I wasn't there originally. So it was great to get the call and say, hey, we need you to come in and like copy his thing. And it sounds really good on those Martin acoustics they have at the Cash Cabin. They got Johnny Cash acoustic guitars that you can just pick the heck out of. And I did use a pick on the song. I used like a 1mm Cash Cabin pick. Yeah, most of them have passed away, sadly. It happens all the time. Yeah, I appreciate you guys hanging out. I'm doing a lot of talking tonight. I like doing these cross string rolls where you can't tell you were in Nashville. Oh yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I've been here for 25 years. So I love doing that like that kind of stuff. I like to think like kind of like Jerry Garcia had a lot of country infusion, which I love. Occasionally break out a lot of that kind of stuff, or like Keith Richards and play some country riffs and the blues. I love that. It's all kind of the same. I love bluegrass, but I can't play it. Do have to do a lot of like quick stuff. I've played guitar for John Carter Cash for a long time, so we do a lot of. You can just keep that going. be some gigs where it's just me on the guitar and like two singers or something. There's no drums or anything, so you can keep that like boom, dum, 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 going. And a lot of the songs can just be the same kind of thing, but it's either slowed down a little bit and the feel is a little more straight or a little more bouncy. Country-fied, infused. Yeah, I love that kind of stuff. I saw Merle Travis do that. I like that. It's like a, if you're in G, it starts up on the F on the A string. It's like a sixth. It's kind of like that old thing. That was one of the first licks I ever learned in my like first guitar lesson. Or you can do it in any key, which I love about guitar. You can just move it up. Always love doing like 9 chords. Like 2 guitars in one. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Rhythm, lead, and bass all together. Yeah, that's like, I wish I gotta work on that more. Doing the, how's it going? How are you doing? Cash, is it Cash Smith? So you like use your index finger and your thumb and hold your finger like it's a pick to do the back and forth, and then use your other like middle and ring finger to do the. You slow it down so it's kind of like. That kind of thing. You know, it's fun. You kind of speed it up, but. How's it going, brother? That's the Boy Named Sue lick that I like to do in between the verses. It's like a kind of like Carl Perkins or something, I think, was doing it. Thank you, Woodstock. It's sometimes you can do it with the pick for sure, or like some people do it with the thumb pick, but I don't like thumb picks. They just don't fit very well and don't feel right. So we'll do that. Sometimes that works, and then I don't know. We're working on that technique. I need to work more on that. Like Scotty Moore. Oh man, thank you. I love that. I never got to meet him. I thought my brother did get to meet him. Carl was big time. Oh yes, underrated. Absolutely. Carl was just a great entertainer. He was so awesome, man. He could like lead the show. He definitely opened up the show for Johnny Cash a bunch. I know, back in the day. Come out and do Blue Suede Shoes. It's great. I get to play that song Blue Suede Shoes with the Cash Kings, and it's really fun because have like upright bass and turned up really loud, at a cool venue or something. But so, oh, did you? 75? Oh man, Carl and Cash. Where'd you see them at, Robert? Is that in the U.S. or the cat? Carl Perkins and Johnny Cash. Yeah, that was John Carter would have been like 5 years old then. So I met him back in 2007, and then we've been like brothers ever since. Okay, Philadelphia, cool. I like doing those double stops. If anybody's playing their guitar, I'm like not like a good teacher or anything, but it's fun if you can catch on to stuff sometimes. Those double stops work great because you're always doing that. So it's like those two fingers are thinking alike. It's just a little bit like chicken picking too. As you are. Yeah. Something like that. Or no, it's a different key. I'm not sure what key it's in. That was a great one. Man, they're awesome. It's an improv. That can be any all over the place with me sometimes. that's cool. Thank you. I like Steven Stills. Oh, Elvis Presley. Yeah, man, he's great. Oh, amazing. It's got my Elvis Presley wedding ring. And man, tell you what, yeah, Jailhouse Rock. If you haven't seen any of Elvis's movies, that's a funny one. Really, got some hilarious parts in it. We used to watch that when we were little kids, and my mom, we would laugh 'cause some of the lines are really corny and great. It was like, lady, that's just the beast in me. Jerry Reed. Oh, golly, man, that guy, he's phenomenal. Thank you, Anthony. Yeah, sometimes I think I need a drummer, or a little like beat machine. That'd be fun to have just on the ground or something like a kick on a little beat. Oh yeah, I like that Jerry Reed. I got to work on that one still. I've just newly learned that one, but I love that. That's country double stops right there. You can do those really fast. Some people can really do it fast. Make you learn more. There's definitely a lot of channels that are better at teaching stuff. I'm more of like I just play and have fun. But I'm gonna have a lot more free time coming up to work on some stuff though, so it is gonna be fun during the day earlier on where I can turn up a little bit. But this is basically just me practicing, guys, so I appreciate you. Yeah, I'm in Nashville. Yeah. Been for 25 years. Good day, Douglas. Chilling on an awesome sunny day in Australia. Heck yeah. That sounds amazing. Cheers, mate. It's awesome. It was pretty hot here in Nashville today. It was like 90, and now I think it's about 70. So it's nice. Good to hear from you guys. Yeah, it's I do a lot of shorts, and I'm gonna do more stuff, but it's been really fun. It's been 5 years since the YouTube channel. I started it right August 4th of 2020 during COVID, and it was just like somebody was like, "You should do a YouTube channel." I said, "All right, I got to do it." So just finally started doing some live streams within the last month or so. It's usually just me kind of rambling on and goofing around, but spring is 3 weeks away. Oh, wow. That's that's confusing. That's awesome. Yeah, that makes sense. Cool. Yeah, spring is a great time of year. I bet it's really nice there this time of year. It's all about like landing the fingers when the notes happen on those. Having the finger ready to hit the next string when you're doing the thumb, middle, index. I do that a lot, thumb, middle, index. And so it's like as you go down the neck, you're finding the next string with your thumb. And then you're pulling back with your like middle index as a roll, and then you find the next string. So it's kind of like, yeah, hot, wet in Florida. Yep, that sounds about right. Got some gators down there, crocodiles. I always loved Florida. My pop went to played basketball in Bradenton at a junior college back in the '60s called Manatee, and he played basketball down there in like 1969. So he told me, always not have fond memories of his tales of Florida as a youngster, driving down there and listening to songs like, all that great music that came out back then. I know he's later on in the 70s, he liked, you can't go wrong with those old classic like rhythm patterns on the rock songs. That's one of the first things I ever learned. If you've never played the guitar before and you pick it up and you want to learn something that's fun to practice, just that like open string E and second fret A string, just those two strings. That's it, and then don't hit the rest for now even, and then just that fourth fret on the A string, that little boogie woogie, and you could do different like rhythms with it, of course, but practice that till the cows come home. And add that in there on the bass string. And you got like a little walking bass going on. And then hit that little open string in the middle there on that upbeat, so it sounds kind of like almost like a drum or something. Or like a vocal part or something, or a horn part, So you can do a lot with just one pattern. And it's just fun, it's like just taking a walk down the street. I think of like songs like Kansas City, do, 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 do. First two songs, Honky Tonk and Guitar Boogie. Oh, nice. Isn't it fun how you can remember the first song you learn on the guitar? It's like, that was, I think Amazing Grace I played the melody to Amazing Grace, just like isolated notes, and then I played that like boogie woogie 12 bar kind of thing that I was just doing, but more of like the straighter version of it, and it would do like the whole thing, and then hit the 5 chord, It was just something like that, and that was in my talent show in 5th grade. So it was like, but I had it hooked up through a big giant like speaker cabinet that my dad had, and like this processor from the 70s that had this amazing distortion and like delay. I think it was like some sort of weird vocal processor, but it worked guitars. It made them sound amazing, like with distortion, fuzz. It's kind of like a fuzz bass almost sound. But yeah, it's pretty ripping for a 5th grader, and I didn't do anything complicated, but it sounded pretty cool. Way back around 72, oh man, that's about the coolest time for music. I love the 70s. Smoke on the Water. Yeah, I did a short of that once where I had the amp turned on. It sounded pretty decent. But then somebody said that's not where he plays it. I was like, oh, okay. I like open strings a lot. Like the whole production of that is great. Man, what happened? Rock music used to be so flippin' cool. Funk 49, ah man, yes. I got to play a show on the same show as Joe Walsh in 2019 for the James Burton and Friends concert in Nashville at the Symphony Center. And because John Carter Cash was playing one song, he did Ring of Fire, and it was cool because it was like Sammy Hagar and James Burton are playing Susie Q first, and then it was like, then Paul Schaefer's going to come out and do like Whole Lot of Shaking Going On and Great Balls of Fire, and then John Carter Cash and myself and his wife, we did Ring of Fire. And then, you know, Steve Cropper was there, Brian May was there, Joe Walsh was there, Mickey Dolenz was there, you know, Paul Schaefer, Johnny Osborne was there. Yeah, it was, Albert Lee was there. Yeah, it was neat. But one of those cool nights in Nashville. So you get to meet random cool people sometimes when you work for Johnny Cash's son, because he gets to do cool stuff sometimes and meet people. Met Arlo Guthrie, that was pretty neat. In 2011, we went up to his place and got to play for him, and he said that we did a good job, nice picking and stuff. He said he met Johnny Cash back in the day, and some big voice came up behind him and tapped him on the shoulder and was like, Arlo, and he was like turned around really scared, and it was Johnny Cash, and he's like, I've been keeping my eye on you. He's like, I've been keeping my eye on you, boy, you know. And then that was just Johnny Cash. It's like, oh, that's cool. So yeah, we met old Arlo Guthrie. That was pretty neat. Got to play with Chris Christopherson. That was pretty cool. Got to open for him, and I also got to back him up back in 2011. Did Big River and me and Bobby McGee. I got to play acoustic guitar with him. It was really cool. So I'm just a guy, but it's like had some fun stories in Nashville after living here 25 years. And but I really appreciate everybody like hanging out and watching. There's a lot of guitar that's gonna keep coming out of this channel for sure. It's not gonna stop anytime soon. I definitely plan to just keep going with it. It was insane. Yeah, just like what the. I got some pictures with like 4 people, but I didn't bother like some of the other people. Like Joe Walsh was standing right in front of me, and I'm just like, gosh, I want to get a picture with him, but I feel like I'm bothering him. But I did get one with Steve Cropper, and I got one with Mickey Dolenz of the Monkees, and Steve Warner, and Paul Schaefer was really cool. Got a picture with him. That was nice. But yeah, Steve Cropper, man, he's my hero. Like the minor 6 chord is cool. Yeah, Mickey Dolenz, I got a couple pictures with him. And yeah, it was pretty neat. He was walking, like I just remember seeing backstage him walking by, and he had like a cracker in his hand, and he was eating on it, or whatever. And like Brian May went walking by with his assistant, and Brian May was like, "Not now, Mickey," or something to that, you know, some along those lines. And I was just like, holy crap, that Brian May just walked by. And then a little bit later, we're standing backstage, and you hear this wailing ass solo coming out from the stage, and it's like, yeah, Brian May's out there right now with Joe Walsh and John Osborne from Brothers Osborne, and it's just, they're melting our faces. But yeah, I love Joe Walsh. My buddy Roy Orbison Jr. Is good friends with Joe Walsh. He's like his kid's godfather. So they're always getting to see Joe Walsh and Ringo and stuff. It's pretty cool. But I did a recording a few years back for Roy Orbison's eldest son, Wesley Orbison, out at the Cash Cabin, and it's on a song called Magic Tree. And yeah, it's a great album. Wesley sounds a lot like his dad, Roy. So, yeah, check that out if you get a chance. Wesley Orbison, The Magic Tree. I played the guitar on it. It's pretty neat. And John Carter Cash has a new song that just got released called Snow on the Sand. And there's an album called Pineapple John. And I wrote a song that's on Pineapple John. It's going to be, when it gets released, I think September 12th. So that's the like anniversary of Johnny's passing, Johnny Cash's passing. So a significant date for many reasons. But yeah, that's John Carter Cash's Pineapple John. It's kind of all kinds of, you know, interesting music to it. So definitely a journey. And Marty Stewart plays on a song, which is cool. Marty Stewart plays a Les Paul on this album, which is like something he never does. It was kind of cool. Mickey Dolenz, yeah. What else? Brilliant writer, yes. Yes, he is. He has a way with words, and you know, rest in peace him too. He was a legend, you know. I got to get a couple really good pictures with Chris, and actually we backed him up that one time in Arkansas, and then we went and opened for him in the Strangers at the Ryman back in 2018. And yeah, he was great, and got to meet him backstage and get a picture with my wife and him and John Carter Cash and Chris's wife Lisa. And we got to shake hands, and I was like, man, yeah, we just got engaged, me and my wife. He's like, oh, congratulations. And then, can we get a picture? Yep. So it was like nice little moment where we got to talk to Chris Christopherson. I don't know if he, you know, knew what was going on as much at that point. Oh yeah, Marty Stewart is cool as hell. Guy can just play everything. Looking forward to Halloween and stuff. Makes me want to play some cool spooky notes, you know. I have a album that's you can download on Bandcamp called Night of the Living Jams, and it's like put on your headphones and eat a bag of candy or whatever, and listen to this album. It's like 30 minutes long, but I did it all on a bunch of like funky weird keyboards and guitar parts, and it's mostly instrumental, but it's got kind of like a Halloween theme to it a little bit. That's my shameless plug for my own little record, but you can download it on Bandcamp. Yeah, it's just davedaeger.com or .bandcamp, whatever, /releases. There's some links and stuff on the like the homepage of the channel. Pardon me, I'm not good at talking. But yeah, it's really fun, and I'm proud of it. It's like if a video game kind of went into outer space and lost its mind for 30 minutes and came back. But yeah, put your headphones on and check out some of the tunes on Night of the Living Jams by Dave Daeger. Yeah, it's on Bandcamp. So one of the first track on there actually has a sax solo from a guy named Jim Hoke, who has recorded with Paul McCartney recently, and is just phenomenal. But yeah, his sax solo on one of my recordings is really sweet. And he did some other parts, some like doubled up sax parts on one of the other tunes on the record. But yeah, I played all the instruments except for what Jim did, and a drummer, Jerry Pentecost, who is a great drummer in Nashville. He works with Old Crow Medicine Show a lot in the past, but so I got a couple friends on there helping me out on my record. But yeah, I think it's like $10 on there or something. But there's a song on there called Hobgoblin. I mean, I wrote it when I was like 14 years old, and it's got a little spooky vibe to it. But Got to practice in little figures, you know. The diminished. You know, it's just three like minor thirds stacked on top of each other. It just keeps going forever. Master of Puppets. I need to learn that. Prince. Confetti, that's a good question. I know a little, but I did know a lot at one point. I like played, we did a show with Prince's guitar player, Des Dickerson, in Nashville at the Mercy Lounge. And this is with Jerry Pentecost, again, who I told you played for Okro Medicine Show. He organized this, like, was it Controversy? Yeah, we played the entire Controversy album. And so me and Des Dickerson were like the only two guitar players. It was pretty cool. He said I did a good job, so that was cool. I got a picture with Des. But, so. So, yeah, Des Dickerson was great. Yeah, we did that Controversy album. It's got a lot of cool, funky guitar parts on it. I remember one part was kind of like a lot of that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's great. But yeah, I'm just like, it's been so long since I think that was like 2011 or something. I'm old. But yeah, got to play with Prince's guitar player. Never got to meet Prince, but man, he was amazing too. A little country-ish there. That's a little lick, I know. I'm gonna have to work on that one on Crazy Train. I'm gonna work on it and get it down. But I love Ozzy, man, and I heard that song "No More Tears." And God, that's so cool. Love the melody, the way the melody interacts with the guitar parts. It's just like so rocking, but that got this cool melody. You know, I think music has lost some of the melody nowadays. I don't know. It just growing up on stuff like the Beatles and just hearing tunes that are just, even though if the words didn't quite like make sense sometimes, it was more about the tune, I think. But yeah, Ozzy has that. It's cool. It's like heavy metal with the cool melodic sense. It's just awesome. That's what they said. I think they said, was it about Black Hole Sun? Dave Grohl or something, he said it was like Black Sabbath meets the Beatles. That was pretty cool. How's it going, Aurora? 21. How you doing, man? Thanks for always coming by the channel, man. Support, that's awesome. Appreciate it. It's like, you know, a lot of people pop in and out on the channel. It's great. It's awesome. Yeah, still got 17 people hanging out. I probably won't stay on too much longer, but it's almost 11 here. Oh, thank you. I just have fun. That's kind of a fun little lick. You do some roll, like. Gotta love the 9 chord. Sounded like the bamba. Oh yeah, I could hear that. I love that kind of rhythm on the guitar. Or like tequila. I love that part, man. That's a great recording. Do. Oh, thanks, brother, man. Appreciate that. That's awesome. Just gave me $2, man. That's great. You don't have to do that. I appreciate it, man. That's awesome. Brothers, that's kick ass. It's like, and then if you just move up your pinky 1 and do the same things, it starts getting weirder. I like it. I kind of like it more this way. It's a little bit more like, a little like frantic sounding. Turns into 12 bar. Thank you, brother. This is just something I'm just making up for fun. Need some country to fall asleep to. Yeah, that's good stuff. I like George Jones. Great country. I played it on a classic country song for Loretta Lynn back in 2008, 7. I recorded it and it came out in 2008 called Where No One Stands Alone. And it's gospel favorites from live from the Grand Ole Opry. And I'm the acoustic guitar player on the Loretta Lynn track. And it's beautiful. It's got this kind of like kind of vibe. I think it goes to a minor chord there, but yeah, I did a little like Elvis kind of part on that song where it goes in between the chord. I slipped that little walk up to the 5 on the acoustic part. So if you hear that, check it out. Yeah, it's on YouTube. It's Where No One Stands Alone, the Red Lynn, the acoustic part on there. It's like recorded live in front of the audience, and then they came back and added her voice back in the studio and added a studio acoustic instead of electric acoustic from the live band, but kept all the rest of the band. Background vibes, yeah. Some of it jams, some of it is pretty funky, but then it's great background vibes to it. And it's just like great driving music, great drinking music. I like Ernest Tubb. Thanks a lot. Thanks. Thanks a lot. Old folks, yeah. So doing some hybrid picking, yeah, a little bit. Sometimes I'll do. Well, I'll use just my. It's kind of dark in here, sorry guys, but it's kind of nice. Just my fingernail, and then hold it like it's a pick, and then you can. And you can do some of that. Yep, on that. I love that. Yeah, that's that Ernest Tubbs guitar player, Leroy or whatever. Little cool little licks. It's kind of a cool chord. Just like messing around with the guitar, it's fun. All right. Good to hear from you, Aurora. Take care, brother. I'm going to be signing off here soon. That's a fun one if you guys got your guitars. It's 3rd frets on B and E string. Over and over. You can go down to the 2nd fret on the B string, and that kind of sounds cooler almost. It's the 6th instead of this flat 7th. It's kind of annoying, but it's also kind of fun. Do some kind of sleepy time to get like mellowed out for a second. Yeah, just having some fun tonight, guys. So I think that's gonna be all for me. But I'm gonna maybe do one tomorrow morning with a little bit louder amp and stuff. So maybe check back in with you. All right. I appreciate you guys. Love y'all. You guys are awesome, and we will definitely be back in the near future. So possibly tomorrow. So talk to y'all later and have a good night.